Welcome back. Going in the second half here of Dropped Frames. Let's talk games for a little bit. Uh, Dragon's Dogma. That's what I've been playing. I talked about it earlier. Co played some Fall Guys. Talked about that earlier. Co, you also revisited Raft after their 1.0 announcement. How's Raft? Is that game now that it's 1.0? Do you got a fully formed
It's
opinion?
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it was great before, and it's even better now. It has an actual ending. It's got the credit roll. It's got a whole bunch of it's just awesome. Oh, there we go. Okay. But yeah, there's lots of great changes, lots of new things to do, lots of new blueprints to get. Um, there's bosses and stuff now. I didn't play for a few updates, so it has been amazing. Viewership for it has been crazy good. There's a big community of Raft people on Twitch, which is really fun.
Nice.
Got a lot of help throughout the playthrough, which is really cool. And yeah,
You've
I
got
just
llamas?
we got llamas, we got goats, we got chickens. I have like a full farm. I became a potato baron. I'm growing banana trees. Like
Whew.
it's crazy, man. There's fishing,
That was
there's
a good looking
hunting,
llama.
there's good looking llama. Man. There's my wall of storage. Got my smelters behind it. I'm making nets for my net gun so I can go out and get more chickens and llamas. There's like a full trade system now. It's fully co-op. The creative building is awesome. Like it's just been an absolute joy to play. It's a fantastic survival building game.
Nice. How long? What does a full run look like hours wise? What are we talking here?
I want to say like 30ish.
Okay.
Um so but that's if you kind of focus on the big parts of it. Also, as I do want to point out, because somebody saw this and got like intimidated. They said, "I don't need to build like a floating casino like you to beat this game, do I?" No, you absolutely don't. I love these games and I love doing like big over the top builds, which is exactly what I did here. It's like 4 floors. I'm building my engine room right now.
Nice.
So I just have fun doing that. But no, you can literally build a giant square and then just only increase it when you need to put down more crafting stations and such, and you can just sail around with that, and it's just fine. It's absolutely just fine.
See, you're
So
having
yeah,
trouble filling in the gap here. Like
Mhm.
you're trying to fill in that little like triangle gap.
Yeah, there's some weirdness with the building components, especially since they added some new ways to reinforce the sides. But I eventually get around everything. It's not a big deal. You just got to kind of learn the system and how it works.
Okay.
Is wood the? I guess because it has to be a floating. Wood's like the highest tier of things you can
Wood
build.
is the highest tier, but there's like thatch, and then there's wood, and then there's like ice wood. So the
Oh,
highest
okay.
tier is like a more kind of finished looking wood. Right now, with the engine room, I'm just like blueprinting it out basically. And what's super cool is there are so many great QOL things in this game, and one of them, for instance, is that you can build your entire base with one thing, and then you can equip it. You can go into your hammer at the very bottom there. You see there's a hammer with a plus next to it, and you can just click on anything you've done to upgrade it to the next tier. There's no rebuilding, there's no moving. You can
Nice.
just like you can blueprint your base with basic materials, then you can just go back and basically paint over it with higher grade materials to, make it however you want to.
Sweet. Can you chop down that tree up there on the island and have it regrow pretty fast,
You now the way
or
that it
do you
works is
collect
that
the wood? Right. That's
you collect the wood and you chop down trees. The trees don't grow back, but the way that it works is that you're on the ocean and there are pretty much unlimited procedural islands. So there's like small, medium, large, ice, and there's like probably a few different types of island like templates. And then those templates will like have random trees, random creatures, random underwater stuff to harvest and do. And when you're done with an island, that island never respawns. But as soon as you sail away from it, it despawns completely. And then if you find another similar template later on, it's a new instance of that island. So there, even though you can like fully loot an item, once you leave it, it just disappears from existence, and you can find a similar or even that same island sometimes, that same layout with all new stuff on it if you just like keep going any of the direction.
hmm,
Okay. I was
that's
under the
cool.
impression that you were on the raft the whole time and you just gather flotsam like that was floating.
That's basically the first part of the game, but you very
Okay.
quickly you start going to small islands, then medium islands, then large islands. But the cool thing is that once you make, and this is I guess it's a little spoilery, but I'll just go ahead and say it anyway. The premise is as you work through the tech tier, you eventually make a radar. And
Okay.
then when you make the radar, that's when you can flick it on and you start seeing like, oh, this is a unique quest location,
Ah,
which is like a special thing, or may have, you know, but again, no spoilers. They're completely unique. So once you go to the first quest location, you get a bunch of story stuff. There's voice acted like notes and things laying around. And then
Okay.
at the end of each quest location, you get a new address for the next one. And I think there's like, help me out here, chat, like 8 quest locations. The latest chapter adding like the big one that kind of sums everything up and finalizes the big story. So there's a lot to move through. There is a progression through the game, and there is an ending.
Okay. So dry land is not a myth.
No, no. Dry land is not only not a myth, but in this game, you find dry lands and you can dig up dirt, and then you can use that to make grass patches, which is what feeds your animal.
Okay.
So it is, yeah. You can
But answer me
parts of it with
this: is there paper? Paper.
Waterworld reference. I love it.
is
A
there
lot of Waterworld references.
any ship to ship combat, or is that
No, there's no other ships.
okay?
There are derelict vessels that are
Yeah.
kind of floating around, and you can jump on them and loot them. But there are no NPCs of note in the game.
Got it.
Arguably until like much later. But for a while, NPCs didn't exist in the game during development, and then they kind of like
Added to it,
redid
yeah.
that a little bit. Yeah.
Cool.
So without saying any spoilers, like what is the like recipe progression like? Like, do you find the recipes? Do you like earn them through doing objectives? What?
There are 2 ways to get recipes in the game. The first is through something called the research desk, and basically you make the research desk itself, and then
Mhm.
any component or thing that you make, like a copper bar or a palm frond or any of that stuff, you put one of them in the research desk, you hit research, and it will, once you've done that to enough things, it'll let you learn blueprints that are made from all the things you've researched so far. That's how you get
Oh,
like
okay. So
first
if
thing.
something is made from copper, wood, and palm, if you've researched all 3 of them, it'll tell you what. Got it. Okay, cool. That's
Exactly. And then it'll show up at the top of your research bench. You can click learn, and then you can build that thing. Now that's only for like the first kind of tier of things. Um, and once you get to like the kind of the first third of the game is when this really starts happening. Then you start finding blueprints out in the wild. And a blueprint, once you pick it up, all you have to do is go back to your bench and click a button, and then you can make that thing forever. So the tiers are kind of standard progression. You know, first you get like the item that's not very good but works. Then you get a better working version of that item, and then you get the automated or like super good version of that item. So most things kind of work in a progression.
What are you doing to this banana?
It doesn't get boring like just doing the like being on the raft. There's enough like shit happening, places like islands to visit and stuff that it's not just like, you on this raft with nothing to do.
This is a really chill game.
Okay.
And it is incredibly chill. However, the second you get to an island like where I am now, I'm anchored here. So I do a bunch of stuff on the ship. You're constantly dealing with food and water. You're constantly having things to upgrade. For me, I was working on my build throughout the entire game. You're refreshing your stores. You're growing plants. You're making food. You're creating potato soup. You're cooking meat. You're fishing. You're building bait. You know, there's just you're refreshing your equipment. There's tons and tons of things to do. It's one of those. It's one of those games where anytime you really think about it, there's always like a little laundry list in your head of like, okay, I got to do this, got to do this, got to go, pick up the eggs for my chickens, got to clean the llama, got to redo the shears, got to like boom, 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 boom.
Sure.
And the entire time you have um, the ever present quest line that you can work down whenever you want. Now, the other
Okay.
cool thing about the game is eventually you get like capture nets on your raft. You can see, well, actually, I'm on the other side of the ship, but on the other side of the ship, there's these big holes in the ground. And as the ship moves, you're constantly gaining resources because anything that goes in those nets gets caught, and you can just go loot.
Right.
So it becomes
I watched,
advantageous to just float around.
I watched Classy Packs played a little bit, and obviously, this is a game where it's a builder game. So like, if you catch it the wrong time, it's just them like gathering and building shit,
Yep.
or I suppose the right time if you're into that kind of thing. But there are things that like degrade, destroy, and all that kind of stuff of your ship, so you have to like maintain it. Is that right?
Not the only thing that really degrades over time is when Bruce Shark or Bruce and his many friends, they will actually tear your ship apart slowly but surely.
Gotcha.
But if you look on the outside ring of my craft there, you'll notice that there's like these steel bars around the outside, and if you use metal to reinforce your entire raft, it'll stop attacking your raft. So then you don't have to worry about that pretty much at all.
Cool.
You know what, Co? I want to do one of these games, and I want to like do a co-op.
I'm
Of this,
totally down,
because-
man.
You know, I do play these games every once in a while, but I usually just do them off stream because I feel so like, I mean, I'm relaxed, but I also feel like very just like, this is the closest stoned that I get, like as close to stoned as I get playing these builder games, because I'm just like, yep, gotta go get some trees. Okay, gotta go get some crystal. Okay, you know.
The
Could do
trick
a-
for me is always having long-term goals. Like as long as you have some, and it's the same way that I function in MMOs. As long as you have some, like you have short-term goals and then you have long-term goals. And anytime you need something to do, just think, what's a short-term goal I can do to work towards my long-term goal? And that pretty much like I'm so ADD when I play this game. I'm always doing something, working on something, needing to do something. Like
Yeah.
it's just all over the place all the time. So it keeps things interesting, at least for me, engaging enough and interesting for me. But it doesn't work forever.
Yeah. That's why I can't play too many of these. Because like Valheim was the same way. Where it's just like I have to do everything right now. And I can't. So I'm gonna make a base where hopefully everything automates itself, and then it doesn't. But yeah, I played this game really early on in its release and enjoyed it. So I'm kind of, we'll see. July's a little bit barren in the middle of the month, so this might be something I go and check out now that it's 1.0. What are they asking for this? What's did they bump the price at full price?
It's not bad at
Or at
all.
full
Let me
release?
double check real quick.
So like 30?
Right now it is $16.99.
Oh shit. Okay. That's Price is Right
Yep,
right there.
it is. I think it's on sale. It's on sale 15% off from $20.
Gotcha.
So, and if you like the game, it is 100% worth every single penny.
Yeah.
Like if you like the game, you will spend like 30 plus hours in this probably.
Well, I'm looking for a new game like this for a couple of reasons. One, I just finished quote unquote finish V Rising. Like I did all the things that
Nice.
they lined out for you.
All bosses down, that's a win.
Yep.
Like that's it.
And also GDQ. So I want something to do while I'm watching GDQ that just started today.
There you
So
go.
Raft might be it.
Raft's not bad.
I might check it out and see what I think about it.
Yeah.
Do it, man.
It's a winner. Chat was also pointing out you guys could do Grounded. There's always Grounded.
Oh, I am planning a big Grounded playthrough when it comes out.
There's always Satisfactory if you guys want to hate each
Another
other.
big one.
Satisfactory
to be fair,
is really intense.
Yeah, and
That's a no for
Satisfactory.
me, dog.
to be blunt, I would never want to play Satisfactory with anyone else
Yeah.
because that's the kind of game where, especially as you start getting into like the spaghetti that is all of the different conveyor belts and stuff, like I would want to be in full control of all that. Like I would be the kind of guy where I have like some long ass thing and I go back and Zeke's like, "Hey, cool, I'll extend it this way." I'll be like, "No, you will not. You delete that. I have plans for that. Do not touch anything. Just sit there and look pretty."
Perfect. It's not perfect, but my robot arm makes it into the basket like 80% of the time. Okay.
There's
a little
content,
bit of,
though,
you know.
That's why people like
Oh my God.
watching group Satisfactory.
But no, I think like a game that would be super fun to co-op, Zeke, is when we finally, I mean, it was supposed to be out end of last year, and I don't even know if we know now, or maybe it's at the end of this year and they push it back. Forest 2. Like that's a game where it's like that's like a builder, but it's also like a horror game. So it's kind of like, there's a lot of like that's something I think would be a lot of fun to co-op.
Yeah.
Oh, Forest is October now, is it?
Nice.
Okay.
That's great.
Cool.
Spook game.
A lot of great games coming out October this year. Man.
It's The Forest 2.
I think it's called The Forest and then a name. I don't know if there's a number.
But
I think
it's
what is it
based
again?
off of The Forest,
Sons of the
right?
Forest. Is that what it is? Sons of the Forest?
Oh, really?
Sons of the Forest? Yeah, it's not like a 2.
There we
Aaron-
go. Yep,
Have
I
a-
see it here.
Aaron is like a massive fan of The Forest. I'll have to tell her.
I
there's a
never played
sequel.
the first one. Should I play the first one?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially I don't know if you played it when the story got complete, JP.
I didn't play it. Aaron is the huge Forest.
Oh,
fan, so
dude.
she loves
Forest,
the Forest.
is awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing Forest again before Forest 2. Just to kind of refresh myself. But yeah, it is especially like what's wild about Forest is it started early access as like just pretty generic weird builder game, and then they just stuck with it and they kept making it better and better, and then they added in like this crazy ass story on Son of It, or on Son of It, on Front of It, and
Sure.
yeah, it became something very special for sure.
Yeah, she loves that game.
The ending is so weird. I loved it.
Yeah,
Must
I've
be
owned
good.
it since 2017, and I still have not. I don't think I've played a single minute of it.
It's not on Steam, is it?
I
Son of the
think it
Forest?
is. Yeah.
Not Forest One. Like the Sons of
Forest
Forest.
is on. I just wishlisted it.
Sons of the Forest.
Sons.
Sun. Okay, for some reason I can't find it. That's weird. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, one exact match
Sons-
censored because of your preferences. Oh. Ah, wow.
Is there nudity?
Apparently it's nudity or sexual content. That's why I
There's
wasn't
probably a
showing up.
bunch of
Okay.
nudity. Yeah. That makes sense.
I can't wait for this game though. It looks beautiful and the first one was great, so I'm there for it completely.
Cool. Zeke, you finally got around to playing Spec Ops: The Line. How'd you like it? Was the
No,
narrative?
I played it. This is my second playthrough.
Oh,
But
okay.
I played it like 8 years ago or around thereabouts when it was fairly new.
Okay, I thought you had
Yeah.
played it. That's why I was surprised to see it in your. This was a 100-month sub choice. That's why.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Got it. Okay.
And don't worry, I will I will force JP to ask Co about Dream Daddy after this. Okay. So just
God.
calm your
Yeah,
boobs.
guys, there's. Welcome to a talk show. You go back and forth between each guest so that Co doesn't dominate the conversation. He'll talk about Dream Daddy soon. Please stop asking Co to talk about Dream Daddy.
You don't want me dominating chat.
Yeah.
No, it's starting to bleed over into my chat, and I'm sure JP's chat where they're like, Zeke, tell Co to talk about Dream Daddy. I'm like,
Yeah.
you
but
motherfuckers.
Zeke,
I'll do it. I won't.
here's the thing, Zeke, and your therapist will tell you. It's all about mindfulness, okay? You got to live in the moment and not take what other people are saying. You just don't, you got to ignore it, okay?
Okay, let me just do my relaxation exercises and do that.
Exactly.
There we go.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Well, I didn't
Spec
realize
Ops
this was
Line.
second. Yeah, I didn't realize this was second playthrough. How was it a second time through?
I am super glad that I actually not only did I remember it being a trip. Like I remember when I played through it, I was like, wow, this is brutal. This is, unflinching and all that kind of shit. But I didn't remember like that it's loosely based on Heart of Darkness, the book that Apocalypse Now is based on. I didn't remember that. And when I started playing it, I went, that's totally like Colonel Kurtz and all this stuff. And then talking to chat and stuff, they informed me like, yeah, this is loosely based on Heart of Darkness. And I was like, oh man, I can totally see it now, and I can't believe I forgot that. It is a special game. It's one of those games that if you don't turn away from having to make the choice between maybe not even the lesser of two, just two evils.
Yeah.
You have two evils that you have to make a choice. If that doesn't bother you and you like the challenge of like questioning your own, like even in a hypothetical or fantasy situation like a video game, questioning your morality and stuff like that, this game is powerful shit, man.
Yeah.
I forgot exactly how powerful it can be. And the discussions that we had with chat where, in the game you have to like unless you stop playing the game. Which funny enough, I heard that one of the quotes from the devs themselves, hold on one second here. I just want to make sure to give them credit. Jaeger, Yager, the devs themselves said, the only truly moral choice in the game is to shut it off before like you get done with the first like chapter. Like
Sure.
everything from then on is going to you're going to be forced to do shit like you don't want to do. That morally is questionable, if not completely evil or wrong. But I like that kind of thing. I like that kind of feeling. Like, there are certain games and movies and that kind of stuff that some of the enjoyment comes from making you feel uncomfortable or even bad, you know? Like, we walk out of there going, oh, I'm going to remember that, but man, I don't feel good. Like, felt really bad about that shit.
Yeah.
So like, it's not an easy one. It's not like sit back and play a game, kind of a game. It's a shorter experience too. Like probably an average skill gamer get through it in like 6.5, 7 hours. It took me like, I don't know, 10, I want to say.
It's like 6 to 8, I think is what it was for me. It was a one session.
Yeah, something like that. I had 2 chapters left after one full stream of it. So like 9-ish hours for me. But the voice acting is fucking stellar. The script is fucking great. The like, I think they updated the graphics a little bit from console to PC and Steam. So it looks fine. The cutscenes, you can tell the cutscenes are 30 FPS, I think. They're not, they don't match the graphics of in-game stuff.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more blurry, a little bit slower seeming, a little bit choppier, I guess. But it plays just fine. Normal difficulty was it could be pretty difficult at times. I would die here and there. But the gameplay is pretty stock, pretty standard. Nothing wrong with it, but nothing stand out. The standout is obviously the characters, the story, the writing, and the ending. The ending is it's a great ending. It's like the ending of Apocalypse Now. If you've ever seen Apocalypse Now, you're like, oh, that's what they were building up to. Like the conversation between the person that you're going after. You hear about them, you pick up lore, you hear their voice in recordings and shit, and then you finally have that confrontation, and it's pretty stellar. It's great.
I like how Zeke's like, yeah, my playthroughs take a long time. JP randomly finds a clip. He's been standing at this open door for like 3 minutes.
I wasn't gonna move that, but I thought that was very apt. Yeah.
No, and that's the thing. Like,
Big fan.
this is one of the games. Like, especially playing with viewers watching, I'll stop, and I'll like have to like talk to Chad about like, I don't know that there's a right thing to do here, and Chad's like, there really isn't. I'm like, there's no, like, this is not like most games you play, like they have a save everybody option or the good guy options, the lesser of two evil options. In this one, it's just evil and a different shade of evil. It's like, we got green evil and purple evil. Which one do you like? They're arbitrary, like,
yep.
They're both bad. So you sit and talk to them about it. Like, God, what would I do in this situation? Who would I, like, you get choices, and like, who would I choose? Like, who deserves this punishment at some points, like, more than the other person? These moral and yeah, ideological arguments that you have with Chad is just, it was fun and fascinating and great, powerful.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you're watching, granted, we didn't see much gameplay, but if you're watching this and think it's just like a COD thing, a lesser COD.
What's happening?
Yeah, it's not at all. It's definitely a good narrative ride with like a shooter attached to the side of that, which it does.
Oh man, and it was really weird because it's been a while since I did a modern, like, taking place in like today or close to today.
Yeah.
And I play a human shooting at other humans.
Uh-huh.
Like, that was weird. Like, I didn't realize like how much I took that for granted back in the day, because I played, Modern Warfares and Call of Duties and shit like that. As much as the average gamer. Like, I wasn't an avid fan, but I played them.
Yeah.
And I realized, like, man, I don't play a lot of these kind of games anymore. Like, I play horror, gory, but that's like over the top. This is like realistic shit. Like, people like scream and get scared and cry, and like, there's no supernatural. I mean, give or take, no supernatural element.
Yeah. It's true. It's a good game. It's probably really cheap now. It might even be on sale on Steam because the summer sale. So if you're looking for something to jump into for a couple hours, Grabs
Yeah.
you narratively. Spec Ops: The Line is it's a good choice. It's a good one.
Yep. It's $6.
Yeah. All right, Co. The time's come. You played Dream Daddy. How
I
was
did.
it? This I didn't realize this was a charity thing.
It was a
an old
charity goal.
goal.
I owe a small list of charity stuff, and I'm trying to get them banged out by the end of the year, so I can like start doing charity streams again. Because I feel weird doing them when I have like this list of goals I need to do.
Makes sense.
But yeah, so this was one of the charity goals, and I needed to play it for 2 hours. I did it for 2 hours over the course of 2 days, and it is everything I expected.
It's
It
got
is a
dreams.
dating
It's got
simulator
daddies.
for dads. They are dreamy dads. Lots and lots of reading. Some very light choice selection, but most of the time it's just either to earn a dad's affection or for flavor text. And that's it.
Okay. Didn't
So you
finish
didn't
it. I would
finish a
assume.
run?
Yeah.
No, I did not. I did not finish it. I did not even dream a daddy. I got up to the point where I was picking my daddy. And yes, for those saying, I was role playing Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force with egg nipples.
Wait, do you
Before
design
he
your
went to
daddy,
college.
or is that just a daddy that exists?
You look at that and say, "Is that a default daddy?"
Yeah.
When you see me get no, they're I designed him from the ground up. Yes, all facets. Yes, his name is Chadley Chaddington, and he is
Nice.
the dreamiest of daddies, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You know, he's now Staff Sergeant Skeet Rando, U.S. Army, retired, but he's okay.
He does what he can. But the game itself, it is a dating simulator, which I'm not a big fan of. But the dialogue and characters were definitely good. Tons of dad jokes, no surprise there. Pretty much like every other line is a dad joke. Some of them go on forever, as dad jokes do. And yeah, I think if you like dating simulators and you like kind of dad joke style humor, it's probably a pretty great game for you. I see why so many people like it in that regard. Funny enough, if you don't like dating simulators, I don't think you'll really like the game too much.
Shocking.
I know it's weird. It's weird.
Wild.
But yeah, that's kind of where it was. So this game was selected because I specifically for charity goals wanted people to suggest games that they didn't think that I would really be into, knowing my preferences. So this is one of the ones I owe, and I also owe a full playthrough of Life is Strange. I don't really like high school dramas, and people were like, "So play Life is Strange." So there's a small group of people that are expecting me to hate it and just shuffle through all of it. And there's another group of people who said, I think Co is going to start liking this game.
I think I'm in
because
that
like
camp.
it gets kind of wild.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, this game I played, I don't like dating simulators. I played it just to get through it. I didn't really go in with the intention of trying to like it. I'm done with it. I'm good.
Okay.
Life is Strange. I'm gonna go in with an open mind. I'm gonna if there's things that I like about it, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give Life is Strange a more college try. I didn't do that with Dream Daddy, but I'm gonna try it. Not saying I'm gonna like it, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. I think I played the first episode, and it was just starting to get a little interesting. At the very end of it, I was like, okay, this is not like a normal high school. I was
just gonna say that. Like I played the first chapter. I'm like, if the rest of the game's like this, I don't know if it's for me. So I kind of put it away, and everybody was like, it gets better after the first chapter. You kind of like, you got to get past the first season of Seinfeld because the rest of them are really good. You know, like that kind of shit.
Fairly certain we had this exact conversation on the show about Life is Strange, but I'm in the camp that Co will like it if he gets past the part 1.
We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah.
I will do my best.
And then there's always, if you like that, you can play part 2 where they play and listen to Kings of Leon, but you can turn the music off so they're just sitting there rocking out with no music. It's one of my favorite experiences.
I love streamer settings. Okay.
Yeah, streamer settings. I forgot. Are great.
Remind me, is Dream Daddy voice acted or not?
No, it is not at all. No.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought I remembered doing all the voices
3
myself when I played it, but
wait, there's 3 Life is Stranges? Is that real? Oh, Life is Strange 2
there's
was
True Colors.
Isn't
that what
that
you're
3?
talking about? I have no idea.
Because Life is Strange 2
there
had
was
the
Life
kid
of
in
Strange,
it, and I didn't
there was
play
Life
that.
of Strange 2, and then there was like one called True Colors with that girl doing the thing on the cover. Like I don't know if that was 3 though, or maybe that was like a different story completely.
Oh,
I have
okay.
no idea.
There's Before the Storm 2 and then True Colors. Got it.
Are there 4?
Yeah, because
Or if you count the prequel. Ah,
Before the Storm is the prequel to 2.
there you go.
I never played 2. 2 I think starts with the little kid or something. I never played that one. I played True Colors for a sponsored stream, and then I played Life is Strange 1 a long time ago.
So wait, you liked 1? Did you finish True Colors?
No.
Is it just not as interesting?
Yeah, it just didn't grab me as much as and I think when I played it, only the first chapter was out, or maybe I think all chapters came out when that game launched, actually. I don't know why it didn't grab me.
Peppers. Oh.
Yeah. One was good though.
I love the duality of Twitch Cat. True Colors is the best for me. Next line. True Colors is honestly really bad. Next line. True Colors was awesome, I think. It's like, why even say anything?
Yeah. They used a lot of licensed music in True Colors, and I think as someone who plays these games on stream and can't listen to said licensed music, it really kills the experience. Like them rocking out to Kings of Leon, which is arguably a song that I like. I'm into that band, but them just like air guitaring to nothing. I can only watch that once before I'm just like, fuck this. This is stupid. This is a waste of fucking time. So,
oh man.
yeah, I didn't jump into it.
Well, they need to do like I hope more if they. I know it costs a lot of money, but I hope more things take the Metal Hellsinger route, where they like make their own music and then they grab like famous singers or whatever to guest on it, and it's fucking good stuff.
Yeah.
So it's proprietary and not DMCA-able or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know if it's
the
more
Metal
money, it's just
Hellsinger
different.
dev should make the next Life is Strange game, I think.
I
We're
agree.
trying to say.
I agree with that. I think that should happen.
Life is Strange, starring Serge Draconaut.
Yeah.
I think it's Life is Hell is what they're
Also-
Life is Hell.
Also fun.
That's right.
When is
And just have all of the voices be done by metal singers.
no, get the Metalocalypse. Now I can't say the
Life
fucking
is
name.
metal.
Whatever
There
the
we go.
cartoon was, get those guys to do the voice.
Metalocalypse, yeah.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Death Clock.
I'd love it. When
Mermaid.
when's that Life is Strange playthrough happening? Sometime in the future?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't have a
Okay.
date right now. It's definitely going to happen at some point this year, probably. Like we've got a good amount of clustered game releases as the year goes on.
Yep.
We don't have, like, especially with Starfield push, there's not like any
big
huge games outside of October. We have some really fun stuff coming in October, but
yeah.
So we should have some time here or there. Also gonna be doing like Dragon Age Inquisition again, and there's a bunch of games that I'm planning on doing that aren't coming out. We'll see, we'll fit it in somewhere.
Cool. The only other game I've played besides Dragon's Dogma, my mods put it in the title yesterday because I've been talking about it. So I said, screw it. I don't have anything else to play. I'll play it. I played a little Hollow Knight. I'd never played this game.
Ah, cool.
I'm kind of addicted to it after one day. I wanted to go back and play more of it last night off stream, but then I realized that would just be pointless. That you can't go and farm in this game, at least where I'm at yet. But I put
Real quick, JP.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you always replace that first O with an A?
What do you mean?
It's hollow, like HOW or
It
HOLO.
is. Yeah. I don't know why. You're totally right.
You did no, you did it on.
I did that on Twitter as well.
Yeah, and I saw that. I was like,
I think I was
maybe
just
he's doing that on
misspelling the
purpose.
word. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I was just misspelling the word. Maybe it's Halo. Maybe for some reason Halo's worked its way into my brain.
Halo Night. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. No one.
Also, I think Hallow with an A is a word. So
Yeah, these hallowed halls.
yeah. So
That's
you're
probably
not
why.
far off.
Funny enough,
Yeah.
you're the first person of all the viewers that were watching yesterday, or Zeke. No one corrected me on that. So thank you for correcting me on that. I had no idea I was spelling it wrong. Yeah, maybe a Halloween night. I don't know. It's probably because hollow is a word spelled out that way. Anyways, hey, this game's really good. I know it's shocking for a lot of you to hear. I'm definitely into it. I am gonna try to finish, kind of like what Ko was just saying. There are like clusters of games like this week But then between now and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 at the end of July, there's not very many big releases or any at all, so I'll probably go back to this. I'm kind of shocked that this game is 30 hours long or like longer than that in a lot of ways. I didn't realize that it had that much like content in it. It's very, 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 very deep, which I had no idea. So that's exciting to be able to play something like this when I enjoyed the 6 or 7 hours that I did yesterday immensely. I am curious for the two of you. Ko, I know you played it to a certain point. Zeke, did you ever play this and finish it?
I played it. I think I have a few hours.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh no, there we go. Actually, wow. It looks I played it longer than I thought I did.
Yeah.
Holy shit! It says I have 14 hours on record, but I constantly say like, "Nah, I never finished Hollow Knight. It didn't grab me." But apparently, it grabbed me for a little bit.
Yeah. I will say I was shocked at how fast time evaporated while playing through this yesterday. It filled the entire broadcast for a game that I was like, we'll check it out. We'll see how it, and then, hours later, here we are. I'm super jazzed to go back to play it a little bit later today. And then Ko, you fell off, like pretty far in the game, right? Did something come out that grabbed your attention? You just never went back?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got like I think I got an ending, but I think there is I think it's a Dragon's Dogma situation. I think there's like you can do more to get like a true ending.
Ah, shit.
And I think I got I think I got one of the first endings, but I don't think I actually got the big true ending.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't finish it. I did get an ending. I definitely got to the end at some point.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, if it's any indication, my last achievement that I got was acquire 4 mass shards.
Oh, so okay. That's
for somebody just said in chat, you got the easiest ending code. You got none of the interesting ones. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. That's nice. Apparently what I got.
Cool. Fantastic. Yeah, that's further than I am at the moment, because I only have 3, and I've purchased every master shard that I can. I just got the chat said the game opened up in a big way with the most recent thing that I got in terms of the ability to climb said walls, like the sides of walls, and so traversal is wide open now. So I'm eager to go back and jump into that. The other thing that I was kind of shocked, the community is very much like, oh, I need to go back here. I didn't know. Now I can go make that jump. Okay. I'll have to mark this. I don't know if it was a mix of my normal community and the Hollow Knight community or the Hollow Knight, whatever it was. It was very much like playing Final Fantasy 14, in the sense that people would join and they're like, hey, do you care about spoilers or backseating or anything else? No, whatever. If you want to tell me something. And then everyone in chat was like, don't fucking backseat. Let him figure it out on his own. And so they were like regulating the community itself was regulating people that were stopping in to like give me shortcuts or anything. They're like, let him figure it out. Let him do it on his own. And that was kind of cool to see. It's very rare that I think that happens in games, but when it does, it's because their community cares a lot about the experience and people having similar experiences that they did when they played a game for the first time, in the sense of discovery and figuring stuff out. Because this game doesn't tell you much. You kind of just like walk around and there's a little bit of dialogue and certain characters will say things where you're like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. You got to go where all the grass is green, blah, blah, blah. And like, that's the next area you got to go, that type deal. And so I'm enjoying the sense of discovery. I like the platforming. The fights are fun. That apparently evolves a lot. And the map just seems absolutely massive, in all the fun ways that you would expect. It also got me, Zeke, because I know you're such a big fan of Metroid Dread. It got me thinking that I maybe need to play through that at some point this year, because people were super about Metroid Dread being such a great game. So we will see.
It is really good. It's a nice step back to the older styles of Metroid, the Super Metroids.
Yeah. I've tried playing a little bit on the plane, and I think it was just the wrong scenario when I checked it out. So maybe I'll enjoy it a little bit more on stream. But yeah, Hollow Knight will probably fill the second half of today's stream. A little bit of tomorrow's stream, and then maybe some of Tuesdays. Then I'll probably have to put it away for about a week before I go back to it. But I did want to try and finish it. Maybe I'll get to the first ending like you did, Co, and realize that
That's not the interesting one, by the way.
Maybe I'll get to the uninteresting ending like you did, Co, and
Thank
put the game away when I realize there's a lot of. Is it like you have to farm like resources or some shit, or is it spoilery?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I think you just have to go around and
Collect
do
shit.
some optional areas and
Okay.
do secrets maybe.
All right. Well, we'll see. If I can get there, I'll be happy. Because it is a very long game, according to a lot of people in chat. Zeke, I think both you and Co, we haven't talked about it yet, because I think when the game came out, it was during Naughty 3 week. The Quarry. That game is out and playable. Zeke, we'll start with you.
The way you said that so fast, like the Naughty 3, like or like
Naughty? Yeah.
Like I don't know, a hip hop group or something. We're the Naughty 3.
That's Naughty 3 is also the secondary name for our show here on Drop Frames.
Yes, Naughty 3.
Yeah. That's our street name. How's the Quarry? Zeke, did you finish it? Is it done?
Yes, I got one of the endings.
Did you get the interesting ending?
I got the organic ending, meaning I didn't save nor let die or kill everyone, because obviously, like, these games have the trope of you save everyone or everyone dies. Like, that's been a thing for a couple of their games, and this one has that as well. But no, I didn't save everyone, nor did everyone die. But I did get a couple. I love seeing one of my favorite things in chat. I played this game 3 times and I never saw that scene. I love seeing that because of, I set myself up at the beginning of the game, like, you know what? I'm going to do a paladin playthrough, meaning I'm going to try and make all the choices that a paladin would make, meaning, like, try and side with good, try and side with law, try and, like, if whoever's choice it is, they will jump in front of the danger for somebody else. They will go back and drag somebody out of the whatever situation if they can. I will not kill or shoot or stab or whatever anything without good reason. I'm not gonna stop. It made for some pretty cool, like, situations, death scenes down the tree of events that ended with a fucking awesome, just, can I say massacre? I want to say massacre. There's like a great scene.
Sure.
Where it's just like, jeez, oh, whoa!
Everyone's dying.
Yeah.
Do they deliver on the promise that the buzz around this game when it came out and maybe before it came out was that it was supposed to be closer to their original game Until Dawn than the Dark Pictures anthology or whatever?
Absolutely.
Did it deliver on that promise?
Yep.
Yeah.
It felt much more like Until Dawn than any of the Dark Pictures anthologies.
Yeah.
But also because the subject matter of this one was closer. Like, it was a similar, like, people are scared and getting killed, and it's got like a slasher flick vibe, kind of like Until Dawn did, right?
Yeah.
And this one had a very similar thing. It had the same writing, like, elements, I guess, that the first one kind of had, where you can tell this is like mid-30s to late 40s people writing for teenagers of today, and they're using, like, words and references that kids have not used for the past, like, 5 years and shit like that. Like,
okay.
Like, they're doing outdated phrases. They're fucking corny and cheeseball a lot of the times.
Is it ever lit? Was it lit?
That's what I'm saying. It is lit.
Do they say that?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes, they do actually say that once.
Okay.
They do, in fact.
It's lit.
Oh my God, yes, they do. You're right.
Son of a binky bonky.
Yeah.
That's a phrase?
That's a line.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the characters just, like, out of nowhere, you're just like, are you fucking kidding me? there's a couple of things. Like more often than not, you stay like pretty much in the moment. Like it's pretty good. It's pretty intense. Like there's a lot of, you know, uh, uh, thrilling moments and scenes and that kind of shit. But every once in a while, like there'll be like a fucking line that'll just pull you right out of, and like the immersion is totally and completely gone. Son of a Binky Bonky was one of those where, you know, you just saw the most horrific, gruesome thing you've ever seen in your entire life, or you're in just a terrible situation, and you'll say like, "Great googly moogly," and you're just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Anybody in that situation would be, you know, swearing up and down.
Yeah.
And I think the premise of the game is that they're camp counselors, so that maybe they're trying to like bite their tongue around small kids or something. But the weird thing is that it's intermixed. So some characters just, you know, straight up cuss all the time, and other characters are like, even when there's no kids around, using this weird language, and it's just a little strange. Jesus, Mary, and jazz hands.
Another line, not yours.
No,
Okay. Good.
no, you can just tell like this is a game where horror movie nerds, I think, the writers, they put in like different, some of their favorite lines maybe just changed a little bit, or something they heard from their daily life that they thought was funny. Did you just say Binky Bonky? I'm gonna put that in the next game.
Yeah. It's like a challenge among the writers or something, that type of deal.
Yeah.
Uh, does, I guess outside of the poor dialogue, everything else was fine. Like story's fun, stories.
These parts are fucking great sometimes. Like when you pause the game, because I pause the game a lot, and
Yeah.
I make no apologies for that,
Yeah.
because I need to laugh, I need to make comments. This kind of guy I am. But some of these pause scenes with their close up on their faces, some of them are fucking just works of art. Like you'll pause and someone's like that. It just goes back and forth. It stays on the screen as long as you keep it paused.
It's good.
There are like the writing, the actual words, the dialogue is definitely questionable at times. But I'd say in a much more jarring, concerning thing is a lot of times the game will present you with a choice of like how to approach a situation. And you'll look at the choice and you'll go, okay, I want to approach it like this. And then you'll pick the this option. And then another choice will come up. It's this or that. And you'll pick the this option. Then maybe even a third like this or that. And you pick the this option. So you're in your mind, you're like, okay, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden a cutscene will play where your character will be like, that. And you're just sitting there going, why did I just pick all the this? You know, like
Yeah,
it's very
arbitrary
clear that
choice, misdirection.
there's obviously times where the game wants you to think that you have the decision because you're going in a certain direction, and then because the game is going to funnel all options to a common point, the common point is nothing like what you wanted or you were going to go. So it's definitely a thing.
Got it.
Okay, you got Dark Scary Murder Alley or Sunshine Rainbow Land. You'd think Sunshine Rainbow Land would be the right choice, but you'd be wrong. Or are you? Because it doesn't matter. A lot. Sometimes it can
That
be a
kinda
little
sucks.
frustrating, but you know, that's the thing. Like, I don't mind that. And the reason why I don't mind that is because I like being surprised. And if they give you an obvious good and an obvious bad choice, and you want to do the obvious good choice and it ends badly, that's fine with me. I don't mind, you know, letting the chips fall where they may. That doesn't bother me at all. It's just like it is one of those moments where you go, "What? I said save her life and you tripped and cut her head off. Like what?"
Yeah, and there's
that
a few
doesn't happen in the game. It's I made that up, but
Got it.
you get what I'm saying.
on top of that, there's definitely a few parts also where it's like things are going to happen because they need to for the story, and the process of events to get there doesn't really make any sense at all. To give a, it's not really a spoiler, and I think you can actually do things to go against it. But there's this one part, for instance, where this person is directly underneath a trap door. It's like super like I'm buff, I know what I'm doing person. And like this old lady like walks over to the door, like across a creaky floor, and then opens it, and then like grabs this person by their hair and pulls them out. And the person's all like, "Oh, you got me by the hair. Oh no. Oh no." And you're just sitting there watching like, "Okay, first of all, did you not hear her walk over? Then the door you're literally sitting next to open, and then this old lady like one hands you out of." And there's definitely multiple situations like that throughout the game where something happens and you're just like, "What what was that, man? Like what is going on here?" Like that's not even it's not even slightly like believable or would actually happen or and I definitely noticed like a few of those in this game. Like there were definitely a few times where it's just like that never would have happened. That
Mm.
never would have happened ever.
I
Nope,
wish
not in
I didn't see that.
context, not
I wish I would have. Sounds
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Here, this is what I will say. If you're thinking about playing the Quarry, it's great. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Oh!
But
Yeah.
if you
Sorry.
are thinking of playing it, my suggestion, my advice would be play it once through, just however you want. If you want to try to do like all the good or all the bad choices, be my guest. Do it. Chances are you probably won't get all saved, all kill if that's what you're going for. Like you probably won't get it your first playthrough, and then your second playthrough. What I would do is look up the guide and be like, okay, how do I save her? But then you can see all those scenes and then go through it one more time and see how do I kill everybody and do all those scenes because it would be very difficult to. It's like calling a coin flip, 30 times in a row. If it's like you can call that accurately. I mean, the chances of that happening are not good.
Makes sense. Co, were you gonna say something? You had a moment of
Oh, I was just gonna say there was
realization or
first of all,
something?
my game actually bugged out at the end and forced me to lose a couple people, which was very frustrating. I
Oh, that
think
sucks.
they may have patched it, but it bugged because the rewind system didn't work properly. So I got him killed anyway. But man, there was one particular death, and I have to say it's like it was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen, where this person basically like this person goes into a small area and the door closes behind them and they just put their hands on the door like this. They don't there's literally a door like a lever
A
right
hand
next
knob.
to it. They just put their hands on the door. And then the screen goes to black and it goes, "So and so has died." It's just like,
They died because of a door not working, you know?
no, they didn't even try it. That's the thing. He doesn't like take the handle and like try
Oh,
to
you noticed that too, huh? Fucking dude, I
That's kind of
screamed.
silly.
I was just like,
screamed like I was in a
"You
movie
are
there, just like
kidding me."
no.
Oh my god, dude. I mean it honestly would have been just fine if she like grabbed the handle and was like frantically trying to pull it, but the whole thing is like why doesn't like if they put a handle in the inside of the door, doesn't it probably work?
Yeah.
Like what's the
I
point of
I
the handle
unless it's
on
a
the
trick
inside of the
handle.
door? If it, yeah, unless it's like a trick handle.
Yeah, they
like,
go
what's
to like
the
move the
point?
handle, then on the handle there's printed text where it just says trick handle. Fuck, I'm
Not an
dead.
actual handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It got
oh
me.
my lord, dude.
Yeah. Okay. I can
That
see
was
it.
that was
Joey
really
buzzer on
really
it.
frustrating.
Ah!
And the funny part, the part that was the best about this, the part that was like compounding for me is that was the thing that bugged for me. So it's like not only did I have it so
Ah.
I couldn't go back from this, but it's like that's how she's gonna like that's how they're gonna go. Like that's how we're gonna lose. Like of all the interesting, cool ways you can die in a game like this, that's what we're gonna do.
That sucks.
Jack Torrance.
Yeah.
The
Oh
Jack
my
Torrance ending. At the end of The Shining when he's just
Yeah.
like in the fucking maze in the snow.
Yeah.
Oh, also I wanted to show you guys this. Like, I hate when this happens. Like, I'll get like a cool, awesome care package after I play the fucking game.
Sure.
I got this cool thing from the Quarry. Thanks, guys. It has a shirt and some
nice.
popcorn and some a
Got a
candle and a tape and a mug and a. It has it, but
Wow.
it had this. It had this. And I was like,
Is
is that a real tape?
Yeah, what's on tape?
No, it's a.
It's the USB thing. Yeah.
Man, that's like a totally not even usable like you're not gonna carry around. Let me ask you, this is a random, we still have games to talk about. This is a random thing. What is the not the best? What is your favorite press gaming related thing that you've obtained throughout your career? Do you guys have a go-to? I know what mine is. Zeke, what's yours? Because you seem to have found an answer. I saw some.
Yeah,
head nods.
mine is the Kim Kitsuragi's jacket from Disco Elysium.
That one is amazing.
Ooh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got
That
it.
was pretty sweet. That one comes to mind, and the Psychonauts 2 care package comes to mind a little bit too, because they give you his bag.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that one. Code, do you have a favorite?
Man, I'd have to really think about it. Chernobylite sent me an actual crystal, like an actual crystal they grew in a plastic container. That was awesome.
Huh.
Sifu sent an actual tea set.
I remember
Japanese
that.
tea
That
set.
caused a
That
lot
was
of
really
controversy
cool.
on the internet.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Interesting. So it was. There's been a lot of really good ones.
My
Sure.
go-to, I guess.
Not the chainsword. I bought the chainsword.
Yeah.
That wasn't. They didn't send me that.
That's
Yeah.
right. My favorite is it's split. There's either the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order lightsaber. I have Cal Kestis's lightsaber. We have two of Cal Kestis's lightsaber because I got one and Aaron got one. Funny enough.
Is it one of those nice ones? Like, is it?
Oh, it's full metal. It's weighty as
Okay.
a motherfucker. Yeah, it's super,
Oh, that's
super,
awesome.
super nice. One of the coolest things I've ever gotten. It's either that or the Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker moon that they sent me that like floats. However, it's always in the shot behind me, but because the fucking power goes out here so often, it's never floating because it has to have power for the magnets to be rotating, and I can't do it. Aaron is the one that has to set it up. I tried for an hour one day. You have to like balance it between all the magnets, and I can't do it. It's impossible. It's really fucking hard. So Aaron has to be the one to do it. But yeah, I think those are the two. Anyways, random tangent. Zeke, you did an Indie Sunday. We could do that. Unless you I know you also played Warstride challenges. Would you rather talk about that or Indie Sunday? What do you want to do?
Well, I mean, Warstride challenges. We can just wrap it up in Indie Day if you want to do that, because I played it for a couple hours for a sponsor stream.
Okay.
It was pretty short. 2 hours. But it was like, I looked at it. I did a little research. I saw some of the gameplay and stuff. I agreed to the thing, and I played the game for the first time during the sponsor stream, and it's fucking great, man. It's the game they say it is on the box. It's like Doom plus Trackmania, I think is what they said, which is it's like a level attack or a time attack where they give you like levels. You got to do it within this amount of time to get the platinum, and you move on. And it ends up being really fun, frantic, trying to just improve your time by like hundreds or thousands of seconds in cases. Some of the levels are like best, like you want the platinum medal, 1.6 seconds. So like 1 second plus,
Jeez.
600th of a second, like, or 6/10 of a second. Yeah, it's really fun. It's fast paced. If you like, God, what's another game I could compare it to? Like Trackmania I never played, but I played like Action Hank, and I played like Trials and stuff like that, where it's like the level, they give you level after level, and you just have to beat a time.
Yeah.
Like to
Yeah.
get, progress and
It's
whatnot.
like the Titanfall trials or Astrobot
Exactly.
time trial stuff that they have in the game. Yeah.
All of that wrapped up with super crispy controls, and with a metal soundtrack.
Ooh.
Yeah, the crunchy guitar, like it pumps you up, it gets you going. And they start off like super easy. It's just like go to the door, jump, then go to the door, jump, slide, go to the door, and then by the end of it, you're doing like by the end of the 2 hours, I wasn't doing anything like super complex, but it was like, all right, I've done this level 20 times. Let's talk it out. Jump, slide, shoot in the head. Jump, turn around, slide, shoot, grab, shoot, slide, grab the gun, hit the door. That kind of stuff.
Cool.
You kind of plot it out in your mind. And it was a lot of fun. I got nothing bad to say about it. It's pretty straightforward. Let's see. Is it? Oh. The reason why I was doing the sponsor thing is because there was new levels and weapons. Because it came out April 19th. But they just updated it with new levels and weapons. Free update. It's also early. It's still in early access, so it's not a 1.0 release yet. But it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Cool. Let's move over to Indie Saturday. We'll start with Dimensions of the Mind.
Well, this one's going to be short because
Great. I'm not even going to put text for it then. You can look in the top left of the
No.
video.
Dimensions of the Mind is just it's a horribly assetted, put together game. The only redeeming quality of this game is okay. The premise is you make choices based on your mind, and you go to this place,
What the
and it starts you out with black and white choices, right? And then it just adds more choices with different colors. So there's like a yellow choice that's like a compromise, a green choice that's like, a different sort of compromise, a red choice, which is you choose violence. And let me tell you, the only thing that made this game, like I didn't quit it within the first 10 minutes, was the red choices. Because the red choices, I'm pretty sure it wasn't written in English. Like the devs or dev is not a native English speaker. So it's Microsoft Sam saying a bad translation of some other language.
Nice.
And just making grammatical and syntax errors, like speech errors and stuff like that. And that sometimes I was crying, laughing that it was so hilarious because your choices are in this office and you choose violence in the office and you hear Microsoft Sam or whatever going like, you always come over to my desk. I've had it up to here. You can go screw up yourself. like shit like that.
Perfect.
What were some of the other ones? Am I in a circus because this place is full of clowns? like that. That's the only thing that made it playable. Like everything else was just terrible. It was awfully done.
Okay.
It's like super indie, but those lines coming out of Microsoft Sam and you see the character model like he does all right, all you assholes, and he puts his like hand up and does like fuck you sign or whatever that is.
Beautiful.
Every one of you has come to my desk for help. I say, just the lines that come out are just
what is that?
hilarious.
Okay.
You're playing the bald white shirt guy. And they use different standard like voice settings.
Yeah.
So you got the American, your boss is the standard male English, like England. That's his accent. One of your coworkers is the standard male Australian accent. And it's just funny to hear the robots talk to each other and you say just fucking ridiculous shit. But yeah, that's all I got to say about it. I don't want to spend too much time on it. It wasn't that great.
Dimensions of the Mind. That's it. Next one. Dorfomantik. I think we saw this in a couple of 93 stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How to play.
I did not expect this to be as satisfying as it was.
Yeah.
It ended up being, I thought it was complicated. I thought it was going to be more complex, but it's super straightforward and simple. As far as like getting a game started and going. It is, I thought it was going to be a builder game or a management game. It's not. It's it's more of a puzzle-ish kind of a game. Where you try and last as long as you can.
Okay.
Because you see on the right-hand side, there are the tiles. There's 91 of them, right?
Yep.
Doing like the whole premise of the game is once those tiles are done, your game is over. So you never want those tiles to be done. And how you get more tiles is you complete quests. Like you see that house with a +4 on it?
Yep.
That means that tile has to be touching 4 or more houses. So every side of the house or every side of the hexagon has a land condition, like a house, a plain, a field, a forest, a river. Those are the ones I got thus far.
Got it.
So you put, it's like dominoes. You put side by side, it counts as 2, right? Some of them like have like stretch over or spread over to like 2 sides or 3 sides. See the tile that is on the right now. There's a house on the top and to the northeast, right?
Yeah.
It has 2 sides that are houses, 4 sides that are plains. And they reward you not only for completing quests, but also for doing perfect tile sets, which means this tile is matching everything around it. And they give you little satisfying casino noise, like perfect tile. You're like, that's goddamn right, it's perfect. And they give you more tiles to use. And I guess I don't know if it seemed like the object was just to get as high a score as possible before you run out of tiles. But I'm not sure. But along the way, quests keep popping up. And the more quests you complete, see that windmill in the right below my logo, that little windmill with a half circle, like that's a quest to get the windmill structure. So they add more structure as you go. They add like a train station. Oh, I forgot train tiles. They add train stations. They add water wheels. They add windmills. They add a bunch of other tiles in there, and it just like time just went like flew by because I'm just like tile after tile after tile. How can I want to? It's so like satisfying when you get a tile that fits somewhere absolutely correctly. Or you have a tile that doesn't fit anywhere and you just fucking agonize over where to put it. You don't have to, but I did.
Sure.
Like, this doesn't go anywhere. This has at most 3 or 2 sides matching, and the rest don't match anything. So I have no place to put it. I mean, where the fuck can I put it? Also, building out, like in certain directions, will reveal, like, see that in the upper part, that outline of a hexagon?
Yep.
That is a new thing, like a new structure or something that you uncover as you build out towards it. So it encourages you to build, in all the directions to find all these little secret structures as you go. But it's just like, I don't know what to compare it to. It's got really chill music, really chill vibes.
It looks super
It doesn't
chill.
have the satisfaction of like building something and watching it go.
Oh.
The satisfaction is building something and going on to and just like making it bigger.
Okay. All right.
What was that old game where the blobs ate the other blobs? It was an IO game, right?
Slither.
It was like Agario.
Oh yeah, Agario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has the same feeling of satisfaction that had.
Cool.
It's like I got bigger. I'm gonna keep playing. I kept getting bigger.
What are they asking for this?
What
What do they charge for this?
Come on, store page. It's on sale right now for $11.19.
I've been I have this really stupid problem where at night it's like, man, I want to play something chill, but I don't want to play anything that I would stream. So I guess I'm just going to play League of Legends. And that's never a good thought process at all for me. So something like this seems like it might slide into that spot very, very well. Because if I play League of Legends, then the night ends in anger. But if I play this, it'll just smooth right into sleep. It'll be great. There'll be no calm down period. It'll be fantastic. I'll have to check
No, it's
this
very
out.
chill. The music is very chill. There's no loud noises. All the satisfaction noises are pretty. They're not like jarring. It's pretty like, ring.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
I did something good. Thank you for that fucking hit of dopamine or serotonin or whatever that chemical is.
That's what I need. That hit of dopamine.
Dopamine.
By the end of it, I got like
charge me money.
10,000.
Oh, that was
By the time I was done playing it,
score?
my score was 10,000. If that's any indication of people who have played this before.
Well, now it's competitive. Now you've ruined it, Zeke. Now I'm gonna have to try to beat 10,000 if I get it, and let you know, and let my chat to let you know via your chat.
I'll let you know that this game, I played one game.
Yeah.
I wasn't even near done yet.
Oh,
So
yeah. Okay.
I can just fire it up again at 10,000, and then I'll tell you what my high score is.
All right. Okay. Now it's becoming a thing. Let's talk about Sanabi, the next game that you play. Ooh, what is this? Little platformer, or not platformer? Little. Is this Metroidvania? What are we doing here?
Yeah, it's
Side scroller.
Okay.
Side scroller. Yeah.
Sanabi here's the thing. On indie days, I give games about like an hour to 2 hours to show off what they got.
Okay.
This game was advertised to me as action adventure, and platformer. Those were the top 4 tags
Okay.
on Steam, right? It starts out with about 45 minutes of dialogue and story and talking and that kind of shit. And I
Yeah.
was like, I get it. You want to set it up and you want us to care and like about this shit. Like, you gotta pepper in that action a
Yeah.
little bit better in between the dialogue and stuff.
Sure.
Because the action was really fun when I got to do it. Like one of the first things you do is kind of like I don't know, like a one of the first like intense things that's not like tutorial is like a mini boss kind of a battle.
Okay.
And the music is awesome, it's fast paced, and then it goes right back into more talking. And I'm just like, man. Like that's fine. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying I personally don't care for that. I'm sure a lot of people and a lot of people in chat at the same time were like, I think the story's great. It's like, I don't think it's bad. I just want the action platformer part of it to be more prevalent, you know?
Sure. Huh. Okay.
No, it's like the story is good. It sets up a cool like it sets up relationships. It sets up like the main character and stuff. It sets up his quest and conflict, and it sets up all that shit just fine. Dialogue is fine. It's not voice actor or anything, but it's the writing is decent. I have no problem with it. But when you make like a I want to say Bionic Commando was the one where you like shoot and like swing like that. When you make a Bionic Commando, like that seems to be the star of the show to me. You know?
Do more of that, right?
Yeah.
Sure, makes sense. Cool. That what are they charging for Sanabi before we move on?
Sanabi is still in early access. It is $13.49 on sale from $15.
Gotcha. Final game of Indie Sunday was The Last Days of Lazarus.
Last Days of Lazarus. Now this was a cool, weird horror clue finding adventure kind of like thing that with mixed in with like cosmic horror biomechanical elements here and there. It's a lot of like looking around and reading lore, and there's puzzling elements to it. You pick up this, you put it in this, it produces this other thing. You take this other thing to somewhere else, put it in there, and blah blah blah. It has some of that, but it also has some really like kind of out of nowhere violence or gore or that kind of stuff. It starts off, well, okay, I'll just give you the blurb here. After their mother's suicide, Lazarus returns home to his sister Ludmilla, but unexplained events make the world and even reality collapse around him. Looming death, a spreading malediction, and the supernatural threaten his sanity. Yet Lazarus pushes forward to find the truth about his family. And I didn't find out everything. I played it for 2.5 hours, but you start to get the feeling that his family, like his name is Lazarus, right? So Lazarus was a person who was in the Bible, was dead and raised from the dead, I think by Jesus, I want to say, or Jesus was there at least. But he was dead and he wasn't dead anymore. And that's the namesake of this family. So you get the idea, like maybe that's what's happening here. Something about, not being dead and living and like live forever or something. But there's some weird elements to it where you see this apartment with all of these like fucking Cthulhu tentacle, like bitey facehuggery things.
Oh, okay.
And you walk in and there's this teenager just sitting in his room, just like typing on a computer, like nonchalantly. And you're like, what the fuck, dude? Like, do you not see all this shit? Obviously not, because the dialogue would not tell you that he sees any of the things that are going on around him. So it's a little absurd, a little weird like that. But, I dig it, man. It was a little frustrating at times because the first few sections of the game, it's kind of a item hunt. You have to like find, because they don't tell you, they don't hold your hand and tell you anything. They don't give you a quest. They don't give you nothing. They just say, like, they kind of give you a hint with the dialogue sometimes, like this, and it's all voice acted. And it's, oh man, the voice acting is bad. The writing is good, but the voice acting it's like almost no emotions in there at all. It's very weird.
Here's the
It's not a
apartment.
robot voice, but it's definitely like very muted. Like the stakes don't matter. Like none of this is like ho hum tentacle monsters or like shit like that. But Last Days of Lazarus. I like that.
Yep. Got it correct on the 7th try.
But it was honestly, all told, it was actually kind of immersive. I kind of got there, even with all of the bad dialogue. The graphics are fantastic.
Yeah, that looks horrifying.
Yeah. The graphics, the lighting, all that stuff, they do a good job of setting up the scene for you.
Kind of Stranger
and
Things.
they also do a good job of changing the scenes. Like the first part of what I played takes place in this apartment building. Then you go to an outside location. Then you come back to the apartment, and then you go to a completely different outside location. So they do a pretty good job of keeping the scenery, varied as you go through. And I kind of want to see how it plays out. Because the writing is good, the voice acting is not. So I can deal with that.
That's fine though. That's good. Yeah. In some ways, that's more memorable than good voice acting.
Oh my lord, dude! What the hell?
Narnan, no voice acting or bad voice acting. Should devs always try to go for voice acting? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I think yes as well.
Say if you can voice act it, do it. Even if it's bad, I'll get the story out of it, and even maybe a few laughs if it's really bad. But if you nail it, it just really enhances it. For me, that's my opinion. Yeah, see,
this is deeply disturbing.
Yeah, some gory stuff, and boom!
Oh,
it's like a chest burster, but it's a back burster,
a lower back lumbar burster.
Yeah,
a lumburster.
And then she's just checking, watching it out. Cool.
No, and that's the same way with a lot of characters. It's like all this shit is going on in this apartment, and we're just talking nonchalant, like it's not even there.
Just say the new episode of Seinfeld.
So mundane. And it takes place, I believe it takes place in Romania, but it's all in English.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. What are they asking for that? And then we'll wrap.
That one is $14.39 on sale from $18.
Okay, not too bad.
And I might go back to it and finish it.
Yeah. Curious how crazy that gets.
Yeah.
Cool. There was something. Oh, Code, did you were you playing an early version of AI the Somnium Files? Did you have like a quick look or something of that?
No, I started like an hour and a half of the new AI. I'm going to be continuing it this week, so I'll have a lot more to talk about next week. I barely scratched the surface. The only thing I know about is that people are getting cut in half, and it's really weird.
Okay, great. We'll have more on that.
Like right down the center too. Like not like wow.
Okay.
Like you literally find half a person. It's
They're not coming back from that. Okay.
I don't think so.
Got it. Let's call the show, do some shoutouts.
Just real quick, someone in chat said felt the need to say it's not like that here in Romania. Oh yeah?
Is it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
good to know.
I'm glad.
I don't know. That's what someone would say when it is like that.
I know that's exactly what somebody from Romania would say.
Yeah, they're from the tourism board there in chat trying to get you to go to Romania.
Big Romanian tourism has infiltrated our chat rooms.
Yeah, jeez. It's insane. The links that these people go to these days. Zeke, do some shout outs. What do you got going on? Where can people check you out?
You bet. What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for watching. My name is Ezekiel III. You can find me at /Ezekiel_III on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, and Ezekiel III, all spelled out, on Instagram and TikTok. Thank you, Co and JP, for being my co-hosts every week and talking video games, man. I love this. If you want to check me out, I take Mondays off, so no stream for me on Monday, but Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be fun games. I'm knocking out these 100-monthers, man. As quickly and as diligently as I possibly can. So Tuesday, 100-month for Surya Miko, Danganronpa. I'm gonna dive in into Danganronpa for my first time ever.
Nice.
It's like I've only heard about it, never seen it, played it, nothing. So that's what's happening on Tuesday, and then Wednesday is another 100-month game, La Mulana.
Oh,
La Mulana for Maybe Harry. That's what they picked for their 100-month. And then, so that's what I got coming up in the next couple days. I am going on vacation on the 1st, but I should be back. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. I won't be here the 3rd.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'll figure something out.
Sorry, I had to find out like this, but yeah, I
No,
won't be here the 3rd.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
I'm going on
found out.
vacation.
That's what matters.
Cool.
First,
Yeah, I
second,
know,
third,
right?
and fourth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I won't be. Hopefully, I'll be back by for a stream on Tuesday the 5th. But yeah,
Cool.
that's what's coming up. That's all
Well,
I got.
have a good vacation. Hope,
Yeah, enjoy yourself.
And hope you have a good therapy session. What do you got going on?
There we go.
There you go.
Hi,
Nice center.
everybody. As always, big thanks to JP and Zeke. It's been a lot of fun. My name is Ko. Hi. Tomorrow, I think we're going to do our big finale for Raft. Going to finish off the boat, do the tour, that kind of fun stuff. Tonight, I'll be back in just a couple hours for some Fall Guys with the community. Remember, it's free on Epic, so if you want to join us, just download it, and then you just show up and play with us. Should be a lot of fun. Coming up this week, we got more Raft. We got the Somnium Files, Nirvana Initiative in the afternoon. Going to be checking out the Outriders DLC. Hopefully, the expansion really adds onto that end game with a new roguelite element. Should be fun. Probably the Cuphead DLC at some point. And then also, I am on a podcast on Tuesday at 2 with a YouTuber named ACG. I think we're just going to talk and
Nice.
shoot the ish and have that kind of fun. So it should be good. And yeah, it's going to be fun. If I don't see you next week, I don't know what we're doing with Zeke not here, but
Probably
I
good
will
show.
see you next time I see you. And awesome. Thanks as always for watching.
Yeah, we'll probably be back next week.
Cool.
We've got some ringers we can call up, see if they want to come on and talk games with us. There's a lot of games out that I'm interested in this week. We've got stuff like DNF Duel, which is a fighting game. I think I'm going to check that out. Both Justin Wong and Max told me, Maximilian Dude said that it's easier in some ways, but also harder in some other ways than Guilty Gear. So we'll see how that goes. Overwatch 2 closed beta at some point. Monster Hunter Rise at some point. If Co gives the thumbs up on Outriders World Slayer, I might check that out. We've got the Cuphead
Cool.
DLC as well. And then I want to check out F1, the 2022 version, because it's got VR. I want to see how that handles. Tuesday, we've got Community Day, where the community has voted. I think at this point, at least when I checked yesterday, those assholes have voted to have me play DDR. So I guess we're going to do a full stream of DDR.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah. I've got a Polish metal dance pad. Everyone knows the Poles make the greatest dance pads in the land. They're the DDR champions of the world. I think that's actually legitimate. So that's going to be on Tuesday for, usually we go 4 hours. We'll see if I last 30 minutes of that much. It's been a while since I've moved that much. So we'll see how that goes. jpedia.net has anything and everything that we're doing. I'll probably be playing some Hollow Knight right after this on my channel. And then we're watching the newest episode of The Boys with Jericho as a watch party later tonight at, I think, 6 p.m. Eastern, if you want to come by and watch us watch that, or watch that with us, depending on if you have Amazon Prime or not. That's it for us here on Old Drop Frames. Thank you for joining us. Zeke, once again, have a good break. We'll see you in 2 weeks, I guess. Yeah.
Hey, man.
We'll have some games to discuss. Me and Co should be back next Sunday. We'll let you guys know if we're not going to be there otherwise. And that's that. Go check out Me and Co on TikTok for all the Zoomers out there. We're zooming and dodging and bobbing and weaving.
I am excellent at twerking, it turns out. Yeah.
He is. He's got some crazy twerk videos. You are not going to believe it. Go check it out. I think, just Co Carnage on TikTok. Yeah. You got some guy who took itmeJP. It's some guy on like it's got a fucking backwards. It's probably.
Oh no, that's itmeJP. He's a different guy.
itmeJP? Okay.
It's itmeJP.
That son of a bitch. He's got one folly.
Hey, that's me. You slow down. He's hilarious.
I can't. He's never even posted a video. He doesn't even like videos on TikTok. It's just a placeholder. I just don't have.
He's waiting for your offer, JP. I think.
Yeah, I don't have friends over there to fucking just take it from him. Get it from him, but I can't do it. Actually, I think I do it. Don't like a lot of ex-Twitch employees work at TikTok?
Probably.
I think like 2 or 3.
Seemed like it'd be a good fit.
Yeah, I think there's a handful there. Anyways.
Well, at least you guys could have gotten your names on there. They don't fucking do underscores on TikTok and Instagram. God damn it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Anyways, we're out of here. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next week, probably with more Drop Frames. Miko and a guest. We'll see who it is when I figure out who it is. We're out. Bye. Have a good one.